Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's not looking like the morning is good. I can't hear you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's more like it. As a trainer, I don't start my training until I see people smile. Any class I enter, if you've been in my class before, you know that I expect some smiles before I start speaking. Dr. Jason, thank you very much. I love my smile. Rob, thank you. Ken, the Money Director of the Udemezue Bank is here, well represented. You're welcome. Ola Belgrade. I have to recognize each of you one by one. You've got me proud. Ola Belgrade is the MD, please stand up for recognition. Money Director, Afri Invest, West Africa. Securities Limited. Okay. Asset Management, sorry. Asset Management arm. They have different arms. Chiwanite, beautiful young woman, you can see her. Alright, Manandra, doing very well. The MD of Professionalism. Professionalism is a financial advisory service company. She's based in South Africa, but with an office in Nigeria, which she oversees. Ben is my Oga on top, right from GT Bank up to now. He's the managing director of Imperial Mortgage Bank. So put your hands together for him. Nkem Anebogo, Professor Nkem Anebogo is the MD of BT Experts and Learning Paradigm Learning. He's a great trainer, he's a great technocrat, he's an expert in technology. Then the big people, the only sponsor we were able to get because of the time constraints for this event, Fidelity Bank PLC. The Okonkwo is the managing director. He has sent us a very senior executive management member, Ken Ombara. And Ken Ombara is also the national treasurer of the Federal Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. So he's a chartered banker and a well-known banker in Nigeria. It takes commitment for them to be here because Fidelity Bank also has a Thanksgiving event going on as we speak. They are in church now doing their annual Thanksgiving. So because of their commitment to this event, Nnamdi has graciously sent us Ken to represent it because they're going to give the keynote speech in this event. Let me thank my very good friend who took me on the show yesterday on Inspiration FM, Rufai Oseni. Please stand up for the representative of Rufai, please. He represents Inspiration FM, who are partners to us in this program. And if you have any radio program you want to, anything you want to sell on radio, meet him today to take you on. And I'm sure you give them discounts. Rufai, I'm sure you give discounts. Yes, Keystone Bank is also well represented. Keystone Bank is an emerging giant in the financial industry. I know that very soon they will take a very strong position in this industry. We have Anayo Mosu, he's an assistant general manager in Keystone Bank. Anayo is also an orator, a national leader. I don't know whether it's APC or PDP. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you who are here now seated. To come early is always a good thing. I expect that this hall will be filled to the brim, but we'll start conversing with you who are here on time. There's no time to waste in life. I want to welcome you on behalf of Flame Academy and Consulting Limited, a foremost training and consulting firm based in Lagos, but operates mainly in Africa. We are very glad to welcome you. For you to have chosen to be here by this time, it means that you have a very good interest in personal improvement, business improvement, personal development, and capacity building. And this is a very critical issue, not just in Nigeria, but in the whole of Africa. Education and training is a very, a major aspect of both personal and national development. And unfortunately, education and training is so, badly neglected, both in private sector and in public sector of our economy. About 2 years ago, the global Competitiveness Index, the GCI, was focused purely on education and training. That the World Economic Forum was just looking at education and training being a critical part of creating a competitive economy. And Nigeria ranked about 145 out of about 180 countries in the world. It was a very bad ranking. And the emphasis there was that the quality of education and training, both formal education in the university and post, university education, professional education, personal education, that is critical for any economy that wants to create prosperity for its people. And they made it very clear that without it, no nation can develop, no individual can become excellent. It's a major issue everywhere in the world. In economics, they will tell you usually that there are three major elements among several other factors that enable economies to grow and develop. One is capital. Two, technology. Three, but the third one now is the one that coordinates the other two, is human capital. The quality of human capital in that economy. Because this is a welcome address, I won't bother you with so much details. But just enough to say that without human capital, even the capital we have in abundance, like in this country, and technology, we cannot manage them effectively. So you are very critical to the success of your organization. You are very critical to the kind of progress you make in your life. And that's the nature of learning and development. But in Nigeria, it's a major issue. You will agree with me that many Nigerians excel in different professions, in America, in UK, everywhere in the world. We have the best professors in every field. But what's happening here in Nigeria? When we come back here, nothing works. From aviation, to public sector, to even the educational institutions, to hospitality, oil and gas, things are not working. And one critical issue we need to address in this country is the quality of human capital that we have, both in public service and in private organizations. Nigeria is still a giant that is limping, or at best, sleeping, because we haven't got the right political leadership, the right kind of people that will drive the prosperity of this nation. We have abundant resources everywhere. So training and development is critical, and that's why we are calling this conference. To begin to focus attention, Madam, please come here. Please come here. Most welcome. Executive Director, Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, ANCOM. Madam Iyaku, please welcome. I'm sure she's here to represent my very good friend, Ahmed Kuru, the MD of ANCOM. Most welcome, ma'am. I would prefer to stay in front, ma'am, if you don't mind. Madam, you can join us in front here. Most welcome. Flame Academy Consulting is into training, not just to make money. I have termed myself a capacity building evangelist. I'm going to spend money over the next few years to campaign for companies to train your staff and improve them. The quality of education in Nigeria today is very, very poor. Universities are, our universities are no longer meeting up to the standard, especially of universities around the world. We don't rank anywhere among the top 100 or top 500 in the world. 1,000 in the world, maybe you can find it one or two. The best lecturers are leaving this country, brain drain. Many who stay back are just there to make ends meet, to just earn money. And you know what's going on today in universities? Either you pay money and get the grade you want, or you give sex and get the grade you want. It's a horrible situation. We have graduates who come out and cannot defend, the certificate. And then in the midst of that, we have companies who consider training and development, as an expense in their books. They neglect, we all say, all of us in our companies, we say that human capital or our people are our greatest assets. Only in the world. If you have an asset, what do you do to that asset? You maintain it. You polish it, you upgrade it, you don't allow it to decay, so you can make the best use of it until maybe the value is now fully depreciated, and then you can now retire it if need be. But human capital is not the kind of asset you depreciate and retire. Human beings can be capable of doing this up to 80 years or more. We don't invest in human capital, and that's a major issue. So this conference is just to call our awareness to that. That if your people are your best asset, invest in them. The only way you can take your game to the next level is to bring the people up to speed. I will quickly just run through a list of some reasons why companies must train. Remember, this is a welcome address, but this may be the opportunity I have to speak. So let me just do quickly. Number one, the business world is competitive, and without human capital, you cannot gain the competitive advantage. Number two, the world is changing very fast. All of you know that the degree you had, years back, or even programs you ran some years back, that knowledge cannot sustain you today. You must keep updating constantly. Today, we are in a global village. You can be selling a product in VI or in Orji, but somebody next to you will not buy from you, but can buy from Canada or from Australia while sitting beside you. How? Through the online system. So you must be competitive. You must be world class to be able to compete in today's world. Number four, as leaders, you cannot effectively delegate if you don't build the quality of human capital in your organization. You can't delegate effectively. Number five, I've mentioned it already. The educational system is very poor, and therefore training and development is the only way. And that report, that World Economic Forum report, brought it out. It's only through constant training and retraining you can bring up the quality of people in your system. Number six, training and development helps to close the skills gap, as obviously known already. Skills gap, whether it's technical skills, or hard skills, or soft skills. Again, you cannot develop the quality of your leadership in your company for succession and all of that without learning and development. It's critical for leadership development or leadership pipeline development in a company. Number eight, when you train your people or you improve yourself, you become a better, a better engaged employee. Michael will join us later. The people that evaluate companies based on the great place to work. Michael Thomas will join us to speak about developing the great place to work. A well-trained staff is an engaged staff. And contrary to what many companies think, that when you train a staff, they get better and they leave you. That's not true. When you train people and improve them, that even becomes an incentive, a reason why they stay back in your company. More often than not. People will still leave. If there's no attrition in your company is not doing well at all. People must leave. But the issue is at what rate. If they don't leave, you have a dead pool, a dead sea, where no fresh ideas are coming in. But when you train people, you engage them better, and you make them give you the best they can give while they are with you. It's not about how long they are with you, but how well they are with you. Then I think number 9, learning and development contributes to national development and industry development. So if you are a generous company who cares about your nation and your industry, when you train, you help to recycle quality people in your industry. Those guys you trained and left may come back to lead the company in the future. It has happened several times. Somebody leave you as a manager and come back to become the successor as the MD. So when you train, you pass across to the nation quality people. So we'll not be recycling goat heads or empty heads or ineffective people around our industry or nation. And number 10, training and development helps continuous improvement and productivity enhancement. And these are the reasons why we have, called you for this conference. BIP 1.0. BIP stands for business, ensuring sound business practices in your businesses. E stands for entrepreneurship. When we talk about entrepreneurship, most companies think that, if I train my people on entrepreneurship, they will leave me and go and start their own business. No. If you're a manager in a company, in a bank or anywhere, or any company at all, you need entrepreneurial skill to run that business effectively. Anywhere you are, and you can't take that business as your own, trust me, even when you go on your own, as a real entrepreneur with Dr. you can't do it well. Out of that, what pushes me today to what I do is the commitment I gave to GT Bank and Access Bank when I worked for them. I went all the way. I gave my all. Some of my colleagues or my bosses were, are here. And I'm saying it publicly. I gave GT Bank all of myself. In good times, in bad times. When promoted duly and when denied promotion. I gave my best till the very last day I left. I prayed and left. Some people thought I left in anger. I said, no, it's my time to go. No bitterness, no anger, nothing. I went to Access Bank and gave my all. But all the while I've been training too. In GT Bank I volunteered to be a trainer in the training school. So I knew that I would end up doing what I'm doing today. So this is my best life ever I'm living. But did I live any less more committed when I was working for GT Bank? No. So I connected that work was preparing me for tomorrow. So whether you promoted me or not, I was doing the work because it belonged to me. And that's entrepreneurial spirit. We're going to discuss that today. Entrepreneurship. It helps you be the best you can be on your job today. And when you go out on your own eventually to pursue your passion and your purpose, you'll also be the best you can be in it. Then the other is empowerment. Career advancement. Making progress in your career, not stagnating, not staying at one point is critical. And the only way that can happen is that every single day you are making progress in your life, you are improving, you are learning one new thing or the other. In Nigeria, it's common that most professionals, men, we watch a lot of European League. Mind you, Arsenal, 5 hours on a day or on weekends, 6 hours. The only weekend you have to build yourself, you use it to watch EPL all through. Most ladies can easily tell you the channels for Telemundo 1, 2, 3, or Z1, 2, 3, 4, or Movie Magic. These are all wonderful. You need to relax sometimes. But as a professional, how many hours, even if it's just one a day, do you devote to personal improvement? That's critical for advancement in your career. All these people you see, and all of you who are also successful in your career, if you ask them, they spend sleepless nights doing new things, stretching themselves every day. I recommend a book quickly for you. That book, I read it and it turned my whole head. And I'm doing all the crazy things I'm doing today. That book made me have the capacity to leave GT Bank and leave myself when I needed to. And that book is what? Talent is overrated. There's no engagement I have anywhere in Africa. I talk about this book. Please find the book and read. And if you are empty here, give your staff that book. You can put it in your library. They can read and pass around. If you have the money, give it to each staff as their Christmas gift. You will love the result you get from there. Talent is overrated. Written by Geoff Colvin. Geoff is G-E-O-F-F. G-E-O-F-F. Geoff Colvin. C-O-L-V-I-N. You may not find that book anywhere in Nigeria. It's very tough to find, even in Lantana. If they have it, I'll be very proud of them. But you can go to Amazon and get it. Go to Amazon, you can get it. If you travel abroad, you can look for it and you can get it. It's a very rare book. Very simple book, but massive in impact. It was my friend Samuel who gave it to me in Port Harcourt after playing tennis in December 2010. Then 2011 I said, Orji, you will never have rest until you become what you want to be. I lost my peace after reading the book. I set myself up I disrupted my life. And today I'm enjoying that disruption. So may your life be disrupted. In Jesus' name. In Africa we are too spiritual. You think I'm cussing you. Somebody those days was it Tyson Arif that said, may your road be rough. If the road is not rough, we can't move. If everywhere is so smooth, without friction, there's no movement. If you did a simple science, they tell that friction enables us to move forward in life, right? When there's no friction, you'll be sliding and moving backwards. But when the road is rough, we get the strength. So I read the book and I wish myself, what if your road be rough? And I'm enjoying the roughness. Okay? So read that book. Talent is overrated by Dr. Orji. This mic is not. In the next 2 or 3 minutes, I'll be done. P is professionalism. A lot goes on in the workplace. A lot of backbiting. Many people think that for them to grow in their career, others have to be brought down. To gossip, to malign others, to bear malice, to discourage teamwork. That is not professionalism. So P is for professionalism. And we have a very competent, professional who can talk about office politics. Ben Academy, he will do justice to that topic. How do you promote teamwork in your place? How do you manage conflicts, arguments, struggle for resources? Because there are too many people in the company vying for small, maybe promotion, maybe only 5 people out of 1,000. Who gets in there? Are you seeking to get in there on merit without killing others or pushing people down? Are you playing politics to kill or politics to build? Ben, we're waiting for your time on that. Thank you, sir. So that's why BIP is there. And this is BIP 1.0. By the grace of God, we will do 2.0, 3.0, and so on. Next year, it is January 19th. Okay, Dr. Jesse wasn't there. Dr. Jesse, I think I introduced you when. Oh, okay. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jesse Enwefa. Dr. Jesse is a human resource expert. PhD in human resources is not small, not even in any other university, but very powerful university around the world. I believe that local universities, foreign universities are equally strong. But he had this one in a very good university, Birmingham, Jesse, Cardiff, University of Cardiff. So he'll give you stuff when he comes. Well, I have a few more speakers who are coming. You see their profile at the top. Michael Thomas had told me he'll come here before 12:30. He's our last speaker. And let me give some regrets. Dr. Cosmas Maduka, whom I'm sure many of you had also looked forward to speaking to, spoke with me a few days back and regretted having to miss this event because of a foreign assignment that came up urgently. Before I put his name on my flyer, I spoke with him and he said, Orji, go ahead. Even with Nnamdi Okonkwo, before I put them down. I told you why Nnamdi is not there. They are doing the Thanksgiving, but he's well represented. Ken, he's a senior, well-known banker. Dr. Cosmas couldn't make it. He apologized, and he asked me to convey his apologies. But I didn't want him to send a written speech. I didn't want a written speech. What I wanted was a real-life story about entrepreneurship. So I didn't want him to write a speech and send to somebody. I want an entrepreneur to speak from his own experience. So when he couldn't make it, just within yesterday, before it was yesterday, and now eventually resolved, I was looking for entrepreneurs who have great stories to tell, to let you know that inside you there's a great entrepreneur that can make you a better manager in the company where you work, or a better manager in the company that you're setting up on your own. Either way. And I found a great entrepreneur. When it comes, you know more about it. I don't know whether he's in the hall, but I haven't actually met him in person. I was praying to him. Do I have a Falabi here already? Okay. I'll call him. We agreed we'll be here about this time, but I'll talk to him. Somebody is there to make up for Dr. Cosmas Maduka. I'll release him at the right time. We didn't start campaigning for this program on time, so I apologize. Well, to myself and to many other people. So we're only able to get a sponsor. I'm sure by next year we'll do something more bigger than this. This hall we are sure will be filled up before we finish. I can assure you of that, because we know the kind of interest people show, the amount of registration that we have online, and even those who are calling in. But I'm sure that by next year, this kind of hall cannot contain us. So we'll start calling on the big men. Some of them are here on time to sponsor this program. But let me thank very much Fidelity Bank PLC, who graciously gave us some funding to support this program. We appreciate it deeply. Can you clap for that, please? Fidelity Bank is today a tier 2 bank in Nigeria. But I personally expect that in the next 2 to 3 years, they will move into tier 1. Clap for them for that, please. And they are working towards it. It's not going to be an accident. I know what's going on there. They are working assiduously toward, and it's a consciousness, Ken, I'm sure, that they are moving consciously towards tier 1 level in banking in Nigeria. So when you find them there, don't say I did not tell you. If you follow the international market, they were in the Eurobond market a few months back. They raised 400, can help me again, is it 400 billion naira worth of Eurobond, both for restructuring of liability and for doing new investments. So I know where they're going to. And human capital, number one, they are paying attention to it as a prime part of their business. They train regularly, just like many other banks in Nigeria. So I appreciate the Fidelity Bank. We hope that you partner with us even for the 2.0. I appreciate all the companies represented here who are speaking to us. Profinad, Afri Invest, Dr. Jason is a training and consulting expert. Imperial Mortgage, BT experts. Inspiration FM gave us platform. If you were listening to the radio, you would have heard me speak on Tuesday and also yesterday on Inspiration FM. And that was free of charge. We deeply appreciate it. Help me appreciate it, please. And they also ran our jingle a few times. Keystone Bank made a promise they will support us by next year. So I please convey my regards to your people. All right? And at some point in this program, we'll allow you to go and see our stands. Profinad is exhibiting Imperial Mortgage. You can own a house, speak to Imperial Mortgage. You can own a house, no matter your age. Start early. They can give you, they have several estates they're working on. But I'm sure I'm speaking your mind. His staff are there. Haruna, let me recognize you too. Haruna is a senior management staff of Imperial Mortgage. A simple gentleman. I have a few other friends I would like to recognize. Just time is a constraint. This is the sailing champion. The sailing champion, #1 sailing champion in Nigeria, whose book has been endorsed by Brentesi. My very good friend, George Emetuche. I recognize you. Please stand up, let them know. They may know you already, but they haven't seen you. So they don't have the privilege of seeing you today. So all of you who have supported us, we appreciate you. Together, we will take the campaign for capacity building in Nigeria to the highest level. Together, we will raise consciousness for personal improvement. If your company does not train you, train yourself. A lot of trainings go on in this country free. Conference is free. Follow Business Day and so on. You see them. Improve yourself. I appreciate you all. Please, I make one request before I step down. Don't take this event lightly. These speakers we've seen here are very carefully selected. Their messages will be short. They don't have plenty of time. We are giving them only 15 minutes each to speak to you. They will be brief, but they will be impactful. Take notes. We're giving you notes to take. Take notes, put down your questions, and we have Q&A session. Ask them questions. Don't allow them go until you clear your personal issues around the topics they are speaking on. So participate actively. Welcome to BIM 1.0.